Welcome to Vet Care. Today's video is going to be very interesting and informative, because it's related to the tools and equipments used to restrain animals. Let's start the video. 1. Dog tie-out. This dog tie-out is easy to use. It can handle small to large animals. Simply hammer the post into the ground. Then attach a cable that is secured to your pet. From your friendly pet beagle to German Shepherd, this product enables owners to allow your pet movement while ensuring their safety and well-being. 2. Leashes. A piece of rope, chain, etc. tied to an animal, especially to a dog at its collar when taking it for a walk. 3. Harnesses. Harnesses offer support to the neck, chest, back, and legs. Because harnesses support more of the dog's body. The harness gives the handler more control of movement. Instead of only holding your dog back from the neck, owners are able to hold their dog by most of their body. This is especially helpful for big, muscular dogs who have the strength to intensely pull whoever is at the other end of the leash. 4. Crate. A crate for a pet like cats and small dogs is like a crib, travel sleeper, or playpen for a small child. It is a safe area that can be associated with resting and sleeping. You can use it when your cat needs to be separated from visiting workers or guests. When other pets or children are active and might disturb your cat. When your cat needs a safe place to rest, nap or sleep undisturbed. When you travel with your cat. When your cat goes to the veterinarian, veterinary hospital or groomer. 5. Muzzle. A muzzle is a device that is placed over the snout of an animal to keep them from biting or otherwise opening their mouth. A snout is the protruding portion of an animal's face, consisting of its nose, mouth, and jaw. In many animals, the structure is called a muzzle. Muzzles can be primarily solid, with air holes to allow the animal to breathe, or formed from a set of straps that provides better air circulation and allow the animal to drink, and in some cases, eat. Leather, wire, plastic, and nylon are common materials for muzzles. 6. Head halter. A head halter is a special kind of collar with a strap that goes around your dog's nose and another strap that goes around his neck, just behind his ears. The leash fastens under his chin to a ring that's attached to the nose strap. When your dog begins to pull, the design of the head halter causes the dog's nose to be turned back toward you, which makes it physically difficult for him to continue pulling. The head halter is completely humane, as it doesn't cause any pain and works much better to prevent a dog from pulling than a choke chain or prong collar. Brand names for head halters include Gentle Leader, Snoot Loop and Halty. 7. Collars. Collars are worn by dogs for training, walking, identification or even fashion. Every dog should have a collar that gets worn most of the time. They're easy for dogs to wear and provide a good way to attach a dog leash, vaccine information, or dog ID tag. Fashionable or functional, collars are one of the main ways we show to the world that our canines have someone who loves them. Some collars are used for training, others for medical reasons, but the main use for a dog collar is so that we can take our pooches into the world on a leash. 8. An Elizabethan collar. An Elizabethan or e-collar or pet cone, sometimes humorously called a treat funnel, pet lamp shade, pet radar dish, dog saver, or cone of shame, is a protective medical device worn by an animal, usually a cat or dog. Shaped like a truncated cone, its purpose is to prevent the animal from biting or licking at its body or scratching at its head or neck while wounds or injuries heal. The collars are named from the ruffs worn in the Elizabethan era. 9. Lead ropes. A lead-lined, lead rope US, or head collar rope UK, is used to lead an animal such as a horse. Usually, it is attached to a halter. The lead may be integral to the halter or, more often, separate. When separate, it is attached to the halter with a heavy clip or snap so that it can be added or removed as needed. 10. Hog's tie. The hog tie is a method of tying the limbs together, rendering the subject immobile and helpless. Originally, it was applied to pigs, hence the name, and other young four-legged animals. A calf hogtied while being branded on a ranch. 11. Hog rings. Traditionally, hog rings have been put through the noses of male pigs. This discourages the pigs from rooting around and possibly damaging the property of their owner. This is where hog rings get their name. 12. Bull rings or nose rings. Nose rings are used to control bulls and occasionally cows, and to help wean young cattle by preventing suckling. Nose rings are used on pigs to discourage rooting. Some nose rings are installed through a pierced hole in the nasal septum or rim of the nose and remain there, while others are temporary tools. 13. Squeeze chutes. Also known as head gates, cattle crushes are standing stocks mainly used for bovine animals. It is used for routine husbandry activities such as drafting, sorting, or loading animals via ramp or loading chute into a vehicle, placing them one at a time in a cattle crush for examination, marking or veterinary treatment. 14. Cattle panels. Make excellent livestock fencing. The most obvious use for cattle panels is their original use. These panels make excellent fencing for livestock. Livestock panels, also known as feedlot cattle panels, are designed for use with livestock. A typical panel is constructed of a grid of openings 8 inches high by 6 inches wide. Goat panels are another option, with grid openings 4 inches square. 15. Hobbles. Although hobbles are most commonly used on horses, they are also sometimes used on other animals. On dogs, they are used especially during force-fetch training to limit the movement of a dog's front paws when training it to stay still. They are made from leather, rope, or synthetic materials such as nylon or neoprene. 16. Twitch. Also known as twitch chain or nose twitch. A twitch is a device that is used to restrain horses during various stressful situations, such as veterinary treatment. It is usually made up of a stick-like handle loop of chain or rope on the end, or a metal ring with a rope loop which is wrapped around the upper lip of the horse. 17. Belly bands. Belly bands are products made out of fabric or diaper material. The purpose of this doggy garment is to catch urine from either male urinary incontinence or marking. As the name implies, pet parents can apply a belly band by wrapping it around the middle of a male dog. 18. Cattle prod. A cattle prod, also called a stock prod or a hot stick, is a handheld device commonly used to make cattle or other livestock move by striking or poking them. An electric cattle prod is a stick with electrodes on the end which is used to make cattle move via a relatively high voltage, low current electric shock. 19. Electric fence. Training animals to electric fences. Electric fencing serves more as a psychological barrier than a physical barrier. When animals receive their first shock from electric fence, their tendency is to move forward, causing them to go through the fence. 20. Catch poles or snare poles. Animals can be captured and restrained with this powerful tool. Catch poles are sticks with a noose cabled loop affixed to one end. The cable should be tied around the animal's head and then tightened to secure it. The pole holds the animal at a certain distance and immobilizes it. 21. Cattle halters. A halter is used to lead and tie up an animal. It is used on many different types of livestock. Halters are most closely associated with equidae such as horses, donkeys, and mules. However, they are also used on farm animals such as cattle and goats and other working animals such as camels, llamas, and yaks. 22. Cattle yokes. Animal yokes allow animals to pull farming equipment, like a plow, along with wagons and carriages. The animals most commonly used to pull farm equipment, wagons, and carriages are horses, donkeys, mules, and oxen. 23. Sheep hurdle. Also known as sheep fence. In addition to managing the movement of sheep, hurdles can be used to separate individual animals for various purposes, such as medical treatments, shearing, or sorting. Proper handling and setup of sheep hurdles are essential for the safety and welfare of both the sheep and the people working with them. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoy the video. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to our channel to get more informative videos.